All right, here we go. I'm live.
Oh, Slime Rancher.
Yep. All right, here we go. I'm live. Can you speak up? Say something so I know your audio is coming through. Here we go. I'm live. Can you speak up? Say something
Hi.
so I know your audio is coming through. Here we go. I'm live. Can you speak up? Say something so I
Hi.
know the. Okay. Yep, that's fine. All right. Hey everybody, AC here, and welcome back to another episode of Slime Rancher 2 Early Access. So, in the last episode, I showed off the game to one of my friends, and and now I'm going to show off the game to another one of my friends. Say hello to Queen Haiku.
Hey.
She hasn't. She did not sleep well. I didn't sleep well, but I have energy drinks. I have like 3 energy drinks in me, so I have more energy than she does right now. Um,
I need an energy drink.
I mean, I can always bring you one. I still have another energy. I still have another energy drink that I haven't even opened. I can bring it to you. Hand deliver it to you.
Yeah,
Hand deliver it to you.
if I really need one, I can just go get one.
All right.
Just wish Walmart would start carrying their stupid venom again. Can't find that anywhere nowadays.
I think Venom had a lawsuit. I
Did
think
it?
it lo-
I didn't hear anything about it.
I think the reason why you can't really find it anywhere nowadays is because it had like some kind of a lawsuit. It had some kind of a lawsuit against it. I vaguely remember hearing about that. I don't remember what it was for, but like I vaguely remember hearing that like it lost a lawsuit or something.
I'm gonna
So
look into that now.
anyway, so this is Slime Rancher 2, and this is my main area. I've decorated this whole area with like um aurora grass, like aurora borealis, like grass that's shimmering. And this is
At this time of day, at this time of year, located in the entire vicinity of your world.
well, this is decoration. You can place it down. This is one of the decorations that you can make and place down. So,
And whoosh, right over the head.
and this is a Yolki slime. This is a Yolki slime. It's one of the new slimes. They are probably uh, they're probably one of my favorite new slimes in the game because they're like the puddle slimes and the fire slimes. You don't need to take care of them. You literally just put them in a chicken pen, and they will produce massive eggs that you can shoot against a rock, and inside the rock is a bunch of Yoki plorts. So, and then display cases for some of the rarer materials. So, and this is the cotton gordo.
It's a rabbit.
Yep, it's a rabbit slime. This is Candace, the candied hen. Funny, funny thing about this little hen. I have my all of my chicken coops over in that area down that way. She made a pilgrimage all the way from there to here and got stuck here. This one hen traveled all this way, and I have no idea why. Usually hens stay in that area even if they get out of their pens, they stay in that area. But this one was just on a mission to get over here in the main area. It's been stuck here for several episodes, and I'm leaving it there until the finale, when I'm going to give it to a very special character in the game. And I don't mean like character as in like one of the actual pre-existing characters. No, I mean a character I made up in the game. This is Yanni. No, not Yanni. This is Ronnie. This is Ronnie the Roostro. Ronnie the Roostro, and this is the Council of Rons. There's Ronnie. There's Ronald. There's Ronista. And then there's the Penguino plush, which I don't think I ever named. But yeah, this Roostro also came from the chicken area, and just made his pilgrimage all the way down here. And so I just kept him here, and I named him. So, but this is the lab.
It looks like you got people, like creatures playing Liar's Bar there.
But yeah, this is the lab. We got the refinery. We got some brand new items. We got aqua glass, dream bubble, perfect snowflakes, magma comb, black indigonium, radiant ore, drift crystal, lightning mote, storm glass, tin petal, and sunsap. Those are all the brand new materials that you can get in the world. And unlike in other games, there are no drills, pumps, or apiaries that you can make. You can't make any drills, pumps, or apiaries. Instead, you find all these materials out in the world, just in different deposits. So here I got my boom crystals, or as I call them, my pop rocks. And then here I've got the cotton flutter largos, which I call my flutter hops. And then I've got my pink panthers, carry over from the first game. And then, of course, no slime rancher ranch is complete without stoned cats.
Oh God.
And then here we have angler batty largos, which I'm trying to remember what I called them. To be honest, I can't remember what I called them. What was it? Nightlights, I think. I called them nightlights because they're bats, but they're bats that are nocturnal, but they have little anglerfish lights on their foreheads.
Oh, did you see that whole report about that anglerfish?
No.
It made its way up to the surface.
No.
Well, one somehow made its way up to the surface, and it is not as big as we thought. It's like 6 centimeters big. It's small.
Well, here we have honeyflies, of course, a carryover from the first game. And then here we've got a combination of ringtail slimes and hunter slimes. Okay, I see what this situation. Okay, there. Come on. So continuing on with the tour. So this whole video is just going to be me showing you what I've got in this world. So here I've got some puddle slimes. Got some puddle slimes here. And then over here, got fire slimes. Noah Shane, hello! Yes, playing Slime Rancher. Now, they changed the fire slimes. In the first game, if the incinerator ash trough ran out of ash, the slimes would eventually just die because they wouldn't be able to feed on any ash. So they would eventually just die. So they were actually kind of annoying to take care of in the first game. They on first glance you would think that they would be like the puddle slimes, where you wouldn't really have to do anything. But yeah, they're actually pretty difficult to take care of. But in this game, no. Even if there's no ash here, they won't die. They just won't produce any more plorts. There needs to be ash in the ash trough for them to produce plorts. But if there's no ash in the ash trough, they won't die. They'll just sit there. So.
Just sit there.
But I like that. And then I got a teleporter that leads from that area. And then here's another portal. So I got... Whoops! Oh no! Okay. So I got 3 puddles here for puddle slimes. By the way, there's an echo. Is there something going on your end?
No.
Do you have like my stream volume up? Hmm. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, so we got more puddle slimes here in these little ponds, in these natural ponds. And I have a bunch of different decorations just kind of scattered across all over the place. And got regular hen hens and stony hen hens over here, because there's a lot of different types of hen hens in this game. A lot more than there were in the first game. So we got painted hens. We got thunderclucks, which, oh my god. Holy crap! There's a mountain of them!
A mountain.
How are there so many thunderclucks here? Okay, so there's sea hens. There's sea hens here.
Sirens?
Oh my god. Sea hens. Like the ocean, the sea.
I was making a joke.
Oh. I'm just gonna get rid of all these thunderclucks because there's way too many. How did... once a certain number of hens are in a pen, they should stop producing more hens. For some reason, the thunderclucks did not get that memo. Okay. So I'm just gonna get rid of all of these thunder hens, all these thundercluck hens real quick, and fill up one more time on them, and then we'll move on.
Just 2 more weeks.
What?
Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Working at FedEx is definitely different than my other jobs. Like, you literally have to park and then take a bus to the workplace because it's so big.
Hmm.
Then you gotta go through heavy security and all that because, airport.
Oh, it's an airport you work at.
Yeah, I work on an airport, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Since we deal in loading up planes and stuff with product.
That's cool.
Not cool if you gotta be working outside all the time. And either like lots of heat or cold or whatever.
Yeah. Personally, I would rather be chilly than be sweaty. I hate being sweaty.
Fair enough. But like, I don't think you'll find very many part-time jobs that actually give you benefits.
They give you what?
Benefits.
Oh, I heard Bennett's. Like, what's a Bennett? All right. So now that that's done, just gonna get...
Oh, we also deal with live bait too. Or not live bait, live animals, live shipment.
Nice.
Me and like some of my group got to experiment one of the jobs there. Just loading stuff into a can, that's what it's called, the bin. And we got some like tropical fish, of course we couldn't see them because they were in a box, and we got some reptiles.
All right. So up here, we've got Briar Hens, carryover from the first game. And then over here, we have the most recent addition to the hen family, the Candied Hen. This is chicken that tastes like candy.
The candy hen can.
It's that is literally what it's described as. It is chicken that tastes like pure sugar.
Hmm.
It like it looks like a grilled chicken when you cook it. It looks like a grilled chicken when you cook it, but it tastes exactly like a spoonful of sugar.
It
Like
helps the medicine go
that is
down.
so weird. That is so weird. Like your eyes are looking at chicken. So in your and instead it tastes like something completely different. It just sounds so weird. I'd be willing to try it. I would be willing to try it, but I don't think I would ever I would ever eat it again. I would try it once and then just never eat it again because like if it looks like chicken, smells like chicken, feels like chicken, but then it tastes like pure sugar, like that just I don't know, something's wrong there.
That's about as weird as a maple baking cake.
Or
And yes, that exists.
yeah, I know. Or alternatively, a bacon grease lollipop.
Ew. That's just gross. I like bacon, but not to that extent.
Yeah.
And even
That
then,
was Tennessee. I was in Tennessee when I tried that.
I like my bacon chewy, not crispy and crunchy.
Uh, I like mine kind of like in the middle. I like it like crispy, a bit of crispy and crunchy on the outside, but on the inner part it's still kind of chewy. I like it kind of
I
like
only
right in the
like
middle.
it. I only like it crunchy if I'm putting it on like an egg sandwich or something.
Okay, so these are my slumber twin Largos, or as I call them, my double dreams. And then prickle pear tree for whenever I manage to get four more dervish slimes or four tangle slimes. Because the dervish and tangle slimes are really hard to get in this game because you have to wait for the different areas to have different weather effects. There's different weathers in the game. There's different weathers in the game. Uh, Tangle slimes only come out at at the vine tangle, which if it's the different weathers have three different levels to them. There's level one, two, and three. A level three pollen has the potential to evolve into a vine tangle, and level three vine tangle basically guarantees that you're going to find a ton of tangle slimes. Same thing with like wind. Like a level 3 wind has the potential to turn into a level 1 cyclone. And then level 3 cyclone guarantees that you're going to get a ton of dervish slimes. These are very rare. They are incredibly rare. They do not happen very often.
Hmm.
So, but I'm going to go over the different brand new slimes that are in the game. There's cotton slime. There's angler slime. They eat a diet of meat, and their favorite is the sea hen. The cotton slime's favorite food is the water lettuce. There's the batty slime, which eats fruit, and its favorite is pomegranate. There's a ringtail slime. Its diet is everything. It doesn't have a favorite. It's basically like the pink slime, but there is one caveat to it. It doesn't stop eating. It's a bottomless pit. So
So that's
you
where you put all
can't
your garbage into.
you cannot leave food in their corral, otherwise they will eat all of it at once. They won't wait till they're hungry. They're just going to eat all of it all at once, and then when they're actually hungry, you won't have anything to feed them. So you have to actually pay attention to them. Um, Saber slimes in the first game. Um, Actual saber slimes weren't a thing. You could find saber plorts, uh, but you couldn't find like actual saber slimes, and you had to basically make a saber largo. But in this game, there's an area called the Powderfall Bluffs that is filled with saber slimes. Then there's the Yoki slime. I already showed you that one. It doesn't eat anything. It doesn't eat anything, and it just needs a chicken coop to produce a massive egg that has the Yoki plorts in it. Twin slimes. They eat a diet of fruit, and their favorite is Polaricherry. And Polaricherry is basically a Sour Patch Kid because it is described as being both sour and sweet.
Give me that. I want some Sour Patch Kid fruit.
Also, just take a look at the image of its plort. Doesn't that remind you of Colgate? The toothpaste Colgate?
Honestly, it reminds me more of Pepsi.
Oh, I think of Colgate when I see that. And then there's Slumber Slimes. They eat a diet of meat, and their favorite is the candied hen. Finally, there's Shadow Slimes. Shadow Slimes, they don't have a diet, nor do they have a favorite food. These guys are incredibly elusive. They only show up in the Grey Labyrinth, which is the most recent area in the game. And when they spot you, they will run. When they spot you, they will run and disappear. So you basically have to shoot food at them from afar, and once you hit them, they will drop shadow plorts, and you need a ton of shadow plorts in order to open up several of the different chests that are in the Grey Labyrinth. You need 1,000 shadow plorts in total, and they are very stingy when it comes to how many they drop. Like, no joke. It honestly took me like 30 hours of playtime just to get enough shadow plorts. It was so annoying. But so that's all the different areas on my base. Oh, I forgot to put these odd onions away. I need to hurry up and do that real quick. And then I'll show off the other areas in the game. Okay.
Yep. Oh, here's something else kind of cool about my job. There's an actual cafeteria there.
Oh, cool.
Kind of gives you an idea of exactly how big it is.
Yeah. So this is Pronto Mart. So here you can go to Polestar Provisions and you can buy blueprints for a bunch of different stuff. A bunch of different stuff that you can make. Or you can come to the Cuckoo Corner, where there are deals every day. Every in-game day at noon, there ends up being 6 brand new items. Well, not really brand new, but like 6 randomly generated items will be here, and you can pick if you want any of them. And they're at a cheap price too. So I don't have any glacial crystals in my inventory, so I'm gonna buy one. So there you go. And then over here, the comm station. You can talk to Victor, you can talk to Mochi, Miles, you can talk to Ogden, you can talk to Thora, you can talk to Bob, who is definitely not just a bunch of slimes in a trench coat. He's a real human, definitely not a bunch of slimes. And each of these guys actually have some. Each of these guys actually help you with the actual story. There's an actual story in this game that's not just in the background. Like the story plays a much bigger part in this game.
Hmm.
And not sure if you remember, but years ago when I had you join me for an episode of Slime Rancher 1, I mentioned how much I hate Mochi Miles. How much I hated her. She is so much better in this game. Oh, she's one of the most interesting characters in this game, to be honest. She is one of the most. She became. She went from like my most hated character in the first game to now one of my favorites. So, I got a little wind chime here. Got some lamps, some large teacups, little teacups, a couple seesaws, a couple swings. And a lot of this stuff you're seeing here on this base is stuff that I placed down. This is not like part of the actual base. Most of this is not part of the actual base. It's stuff that I put down, decorations I put down, including all these different gold statues. So, and then here's a bunch of standees, so you can place slimes there. I'm sure there's going to be like a photo mode in the final version because, like, you know, like this screams ready for this screams like photo opportunities. Like all these standees scream photo opportunities, so I'm sure there's going to be some kind of a photo mode in the future. And then there's meat slime baits, veggie slime baits, fruit slime baits, and portable scare slimes. And then a bunch of umbrellas, Ferris wheel, carousel, bunch of wind socks, and whistling pinwheels, and then a pride flag.
Yay!
And then here's a bunch of music pillars.
Okay, to be honest, when
Music pillars and music
they
tiles.
when you showed you have a pride flag, that made me kind of smile.
Yeah. I figured it would. Yeah, but yeah, we got a bunch of music pillars and music tiles. And then here we have my 3-tier defense system. Here at Tier 1, we've got regular hydro turrets. Then we have, for Tier 2, we have super hydro turrets. Both of those are carryovers from the first game. But here, we have the newest edition. We have the hydro showers. So it sprays all over. It has a pretty big radius, and it just sprays all over. So if TARs ever end up invading, I've got 3 different layers of defense to protect my base. Like, not that I'll ever need it. I honestly am never going to need these defensive systems, considering how, like, in this first area, pinks are the only slimes that ever show up here, which means there's nothing for them to merge with and turn into TARs. So, yeah, I'm never I'll never get to actually use these against TARs, but that's okay. It looks cool, and that's good enough. Okay, here we go. But yeah, this is deep brine. This is a deep brine deposit. So see, I got two from that. So that's how you get. That is how you get the different materials in the world. You go out and you find them. So we got jellystone here. So I can collect that. So you don't need apiaries, drills, or pumps in order to get this stuff. You just go out and explore the world until you find what you need. It's really cool. This is the Rainbow Fields. If you pay attention, you will notice the grass changing color. The grass changes color in real time.
Hmm.
See, you saw. There's that green, and it turns to blue.
Huh.
Yeah, this game is beautiful.
Interesting.
I absolutely adore this game. So yeah, there's you here in this first area. You can find phosphor slimes, pink slimes, cotton slimes, cotton slimes, and tabby slimes. That's what you can find in this first area. And now I'm going to head back to my base so I can go through the different portals to show you the other areas. And then once I've shown you every single area, then I'll just ask you a couple quick questions and then that'll be it.
I mean, so far it's looking very interesting. You know, like as a fan of the original game, I mean.
So this is the Starlight Strand. This is one of the other islands. So these are called the Rainbow Islands. These are the Rainbow Islands. There's
Gay.
I mean, should you really be making fun of it considering how you're part of that whole community?
Yeah, I'm not making fun. I'm just making a joke.
Oh.
You know, I'm in on the joke because I'm
Oh.
part of it.
Oh.
Get it?
Oh, okay. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so what I just got is Moondew Nectar. It's the favorite of the Flutter Slimes, and it is really hard to find. They only spawn at night, and they spawn in these little flowers on top of trees. And like only a handful spawn each night. So when you manage to get a hold of a Flutter Slime, just do yourself a favor and merge it with something. You know, just merge it with something to create a Largo that actually eats more than just Moondew Nectar, because that is not a viable food option.
Oh, by the way, did I have
Ooh!
to tell you the new Don Machi character I got?
Who?
Riveria.
Riveria?
Yeah, she looks like an elf with long green hair.
Oh!
Green
Oh,
eyes.
she's in the same guild as Eyes. She's basically like Eyes' mentor, essentially.
Okay, so she's a good guy.
Yeah, and she's kind of like the mother figure of that whole group. Like she is older than most other characters in the show.
I mean, she is an elf.
So here we go, lightning motes. So yeah, this what's happening right now is is the weather lightning strike. And when this happens, lightning will actually strike the ground, and sometimes, if you're lucky, a lightning mote will be left behind where the lightning striked. Ooh, storm glass. Get out of here, Moondew Nectar. That's pretty good. I don't really need the buzzwax, to be honest. So I don't need the jellystone or deep brine. I got plenty of those. But yeah, so this whole area, there's a whole bunch of stuff. It's split up into three sections. There's the blue grass, the red grass, and the beach. And each area has its own has its own resources and slimes that you can find. So this Starlit Strand is a very resource abundant area. So if you're going resource gathering, like Starlit Strand is a good place to go. Do I get anything? No? Nothing. Okay. So let's go ahead and head back to the base so we can use the teleporter for the next area. By the way, season 6 of Danmachi is almost finished. There's one episode left. There's one episode left, so I mean, I hope you'll end up like watching the show soon. Because you said you've never watched it before. What?
It's on my list, don't worry.
Okay, so this is Ember Valley. So, going up there leads to a rocky, mountainous area. This is the opening area of Ember Valley. There's lots of dangerous slimes here in this one area, and lots of tars show up here too. And then you can also go over here to the volcanic area of the Ember Valley. This Ember Valley, honestly, I would say Ember Valley is just fraught with danger at every corner. Like, you see tars a lot in this first area of Ember Valley, and then over here you find a lot of agitated feral slimes over here. And then over in the mountainous area, there's a lot of steep cliffs that lead to bottomless pits. So this whole area is a pretty dangerous area. But just like Starlight Strand, this is also very resource abundant, especially when it comes to things like radiant ore and strange diamond, which you're going to need a lot of strange diamond. And lava dust especially. Lava dust is especially abundant here, which you need for a ton of different stuff.
Oh, here's something interesting I heard recently. It's okay. So we all know the new Snow White's gonna suck, but people apparently are telling Disney to replace Rachel with Selena Gomez. Because of an outfit she wore to an award ceremony, and she was like spouting the bob that Snow White has.
Yeah.
And honestly, it looked way better than Rachel Zegler could ever pull off.
Well, here's the thing, like, it's too late. It is.
Oh yeah, I know that.
It is way too late for that. I actually had a dream. I had a dream the other day. I had a dream the other day that the movie came out, and we find out that because of the initial backlash that Rachel Zegler faced when she criticized the film, that when the reshoots happened, they changed the ending to where the evil queen actually isn't even all that evil, and she was justifiably trying to get rid of Snow White because Snow White was trying to ruin the kingdom, and that the movie and after Snow White falls asleep, the evil queen turns back to normal, goes back to her kingdom. The kingdom rejoices, and then Prince Charming shows up and asks for her hand in marriage. And I'm like, you know what? And like, I would love that. I would absolutely love it if that's
If
how
only.
if that's how the movie ended. That'd be incredible. If they decided to actually end the film with Rachel Zegler going to sleep forever, and Gal Gadot just remaining in power and marrying Prince Charming, like I feel like the movie would actually be a huge hit. The movie would be a huge hit if that's how it ended.
But we know Disney, they're not going to do that.
Oh yeah, there's no way they're gonna do that. Like,
Unlike the people that made the Sonic movie, they don't listen.
yeah. So where
Which
I'm
I
at
heard
now,
Silver apparently is going to be in Sonic 4. I heard
that's
rumors
a
that Silver is
yeah.
going to be
That's
there.
just a rumor. That's just a rumor. I do think there is a good possibility he could be in Sonic 4, but at the same time, Silver is such an iconic character. I feel like they would want him to be the star of his own movie. And I feel like Amy and Metal Sonic is already going to be enough for the fourth film.
That's true. I will say this. I will be so mad if Aquafina ends up voicing Amy.
Here's what I think. Here's what I think, and I've been saying this since the second movie. I've been saying this since the second movie came out in 2022, and I will continue this. I predicted that the fourth movie was going to have Amy and Metal Sonic. I predicted that back in 2022. I predict that the fifth film. I predict that in the fourth film, we're not going to see the regular Eggman. What we're going to see is Eggman Nega, the Eggman from the Sonic Rush and the Sonic Rush trilogy and the Sonic Rivals duology.
That would be definitely interesting.
That way, they could keep this Robotnik, the Robotnik they had for the first three movies. Because his story feels complete to me. Like his story feels like it's complete. Like the way his story ended in the third film felt like a complete story arc to me. So bringing him back bringing him back after he made such a heroic sacrifice and having him be the villain again would not feel right. It would not feel right. So instead, I think that Eggman Nega is going to be the main threat. I think Eggman Nega is going to be the main threat of the fourth film and the other films going forward. And I believe that at the end of the fourth film, Eggman Nega is going to find his way to Sonic's time or Sonic's world. I don't know if I believe that it takes place in that there's going to be time travel. I think it would be more likely that it's going to be like an alternate dimension. Because
sense,
a portal opened up that led Metal Sonic to Sonic. The same kind of portal that we see throughout the rest of the trilogy whenever people are traversing worlds. It's the same kind of portal. So I feel like it's probably going to be a different dimension, a different world. A different version of Eggman that actually succeeded in taking over. And Amy is going to be like the leader of a resistance. So I believe that after that, Eggman Nega is going to be so obsessed with destroying Sonic, just like the original Robotnik was, that he is going to come over to, Sonic's world, and then he's going to find out about Chaos, and that Chaos is going to be the main threat that has to be dealt with in the fifth film. And then, as far as that film goes, I think that's when they will introduce Silver. I think the fifth film is when they will introduce Silver. That in this one, it's going to be an alternate world, and in the fifth film, there's going to be an element of time travel, and Silver's going to come back in time in order to try to help stop Chaos from destroying the world. So instead of coming back to stop a fire demon, he's coming back to stop a water demon. That way you can still keep that aspect of his character intact while continuing this. That's my prediction. I predict that the fifth film is going to have Silver and Chaos. So anyway, where I'm at now is the entrance to the Grey Labyrinth. The newest area in the game.
By the way, is there anybody that you're gonna want to meet at Comic-Con? Like, what do you really want to meet?
I would need to look at the guest list again because I can't remember everybody who's there.
They got like a lot of Star Trek people this year, along with
Yeah, I'm not I'm not a Star Trek guy. I'm not interested in Star Trek. But yeah, this is the Grey Labyrinth.
For like the X-Men animated series, the original Gambit.
Now, I told you before that Mochi became one of my favorite characters in this game. Gigi. Yeah. This is Gigi. She is 100% my favorite character in this game. Huh. Gigi is from the future. She came back in time. She came back in time in order to save the world from the Prismacore, which is this absolutely massive stone that is warping all of reality itself. It's the reason why there's rainbow grass in the rainbow field. It's affecting the Rainbow Islands. And do you remember Thora from the first game, the old woman?
Yeah.
And Hobson, the guy who used to own your ranch in the first game, and he leaves notes all around the world. Yeah. This is their daughter.
Oh. Huh.
This is their daughter. And she's also the student of Mochi. Future Mochi basically taught her everything. Basically taught her everything she knows about about electronics and everything. And there are a bunch of logs, there are a bunch of drone logs all over the world that you can read that give you two different perspectives. One perspective is of Mochi, future Mochi, and the other perspective is of Gigi. And what you're seeing right now is the phenomenon that happens here in the Grey Labyrinth. Everything becomes unstable. And when that happens,
you might have two people you might want to meet, maybe three. Because we got two Security Breach voice actors and one Disney princess actress. Huh. Brent Spiner is coming back, aka Data from Star Trek Next Generation. I didn't get to meet him last time.
okay. So I had unstable ports, and I had to find a little portal thing that can open up, so I could shoot it through that in order to get Prisma ports. These are probably the hardest ports to get in the entire game, if I'm being honest. Because you have to wait for one of these events to occur, and then you have to shoot out a whole bunch of food, wait for it to become unstable, suck it back up, shoot it at hungry slimes, and then suck up all of the unstable ports. and you cannot afford to get hit once. You cannot afford to take any damage at all during the time that you have anything unstable. Otherwise, you automatically drop everything that's unstable that's in your inventory.
Oh.
It is not fun. So yeah, Black Indigonium.
By the way, did you ever watch the Buzz Lightyear Star Command show?
Yeah, obviously.
Wayne Knight is going to be at the con, aka Evil Emperor Zurg. And Al from Al's Toy Barn.
Yep.
And Jack O'Lantern from Billy and Mandy.
I loved the Buzz Lightyear of Star Command movie that came out.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
That was a really good movie.
It's just a shame they had to change Tim Allen's voice actor for Buzz in this series to Patrick Warburton. But
I mean, they
Patrick
couldn't
best.
they couldn't get it. They couldn't afford him. The show couldn't afford him, so that's why. It's not that Tim Allen didn't want to come back for that role. They just couldn't afford him.
Yeah.
So no one's at fault. No one's at fault for that. It's just unfortunate that they didn't have the money to afford him.
I didn't see the full series. I just really saw the movie.
I saw the series. I liked it. It was really good.
I really enjoyed the movie, though. The movie was really good. Had some funny parts.
So let me go ahead and show you this. Look at that. Look at that giant orb in the distance. That's the Prismacore.
Why does it look like what people think heaven looks like?
That giant thing in the distance is the Prismacore. That thing is destabilizing the entire world, and if left unchecked, will destroy the entirety of the Far Far range. We have to destroy it. That's the goal. We have to destroy that thing. That thing is huge. How are we going to destroy it? So, yeah.
I forget, have you ever done a stream on the game Bug Snacks?
No. I know of the game. I played the demo of it.
It's definitely an interesting one.
Yeah, I played the demo, so.
I like the ideas they had for, like, bug and snack mixes.
Well, I mean, it's all about, like, depression. That's the underlying theme, is that it's all about, like, depression and how different people deal with depression.
I mean, definitely a way to get a message across.
I mean, did you know that that's what it was about?
Not at the start, no.
Yeah, that's what the whole game is about. It's about depression and how different people deal with it. So.
I didn't end up getting the good ending, unfortunately. The two guys who are like gay for each other, like the nerdy guy and then like the jock. One of them ended up dying. I couldn't save him.
Oh.
And I felt bad. I was just like, no. I was rooting for you guys.
Anyway, okay. So, last area I want to show you is Powderfall Bluffs. It is always snowy here in the Powderfall Bluffs. That's the only weather. It's always snowy here.
I don't know. For a second, I thought those were crabs.
So if we go over here, so you can get snowballs from this pile of snowballs, and there's a reason why you want snowballs.
Snowball
I'm just,
fight?
yeah, snowball fight. The slimes the slimes will basically pick up snow and throw them at you. They'll throw snowballs at you. You can actually
Does
have
it
snowball
damage
fight.
you, or
No, it doesn't damage. It doesn't damage. They'll just hit. They'll just yeah. See, one just threw a snowball in my face. One of them just threw a snowball in my face, and it didn't do any damage.
why is that oddly adorable?
But yeah, they'll have snowball fights. They'll pick up they'll chomp onto some snow and spit the snowballs out at you. There's also a snowball machine that you can make in your base, and then you can let all your slimes out. You can basically let all your slimes out of your base. You can let all your slimes out of your base, and you can uh, basically just start shooting snowballs at them, and they will go to the snowball machines in order to get snowballs to shoot back at you, and you can just have just adorable little snowball fights with your slimes.
Oh,
Like, it serves no purpose, but it is adorable. Oh, and these are Aurora bridges. They only show up at night in the Powderfall Bluffs area. They don't show up any. They don't show up anywhere else. And when day comes, they disappear.
don't mind. Then I'm sending you a gift that I made
Oh, okay.
that you can use. I found that there were no gifts of this specific scene, this specific one, and I was just like, why? This fits for so many situations.
All right. Let's see. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I'm just like, I was just so shocked. I was trying to find a gif of that and I couldn't. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna make one.
So you basically pulled a Thanos and said, "Fine then, I'll do it myself."
Basically, yeah.
I know you don't really watch Marvel films, but that's a famous quote from the character.
Isn't another one that he does like, you should have gone with the head?
Yes.
Oh, did I tell you one of my childhood uh actresses is gonna be at Comic-Con? Like big time childhood.
Oh, cool. Oh, another line of his that like is just as iconic, but not. But technically, he never actually said it in the movie. It was just in the trailer. Um, fun is not something one is fun is not something one considers when trying to balance the universe. But this does put a smile on my face. So,
Hmm. But the one who's coming is Lunette the Clown.
oh, okay.
And I did not know this. Apparently, she voiced Lydia in the animated Beetlejuice show. I had no idea.
Hmm.
And she was somebody in X-Men. Hang on, let me see. I don't know X-Men, but I know that you
It just
know
depends on
X-Men.
what X-Men you're talking about, because there's a lot of X-Men shows.
Uh, Animated series X-Men.
There's a lot of animated X-Men series.
I'm looking. Ah. Oh, okay. X-Men 97.
Okay, that's the newest one.
Really?
X-Men
That's
97.
new?
Yeah, the X-Men 97. There's an actual X-Men show called X-Men 97 that came out just last year.
Oh.
It's a sequel to the a continuation of an old X-Men show from the 90s. But that one was
Apparent.
just called X-Men.
Oh, okay. So she's Jubilee in X-Men the animated series, and Absca, whatever, in X-Men 97.
Okay.
And she apparently is the original voice of Claire Redfield in Resident Evil.
Hmm.
I never would have thought that one of my childhood icons would be in things that I recognize, other than Big Comfy Couch.
All right. So, now that I've done all that, I've shown you all the different areas.
I'm gonna have to add this game to my wish list.
What? Oh, Slime Rancher 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, good news, the full release is coming out later this year. Because this current version of the game is the last update that it's going to get before the full release.
Oh.
So at Summer Game Fest this year, we're going to get a release date trailer. So, oh yeah, and I guess this will be the last thing I want to show off. This, unfortunately, no longer has a purpose. This no longer has a purpose, unfortunately. But prior to this update, this was the best way to get Yoki plorts. Because all you really needed was a hen, a roostro, and a Yoki slime. And basically, I would put them here. I would put them in here, and let me just demonstrate. So see, that water lettuce is just going in a big circle. So basically, you would put the hen, the roostro, and the Yoki slime in there, and they would just perpetually spin around in this circle, which actually sped up the process of it actually sped up the process of the Yoki slime dropping one of the eggs, and the eggs would drop here would actually drop here in the center. And basically, you could basically get like 3 to 5 eggs in a single day, where most of the time you're lucky to get 1 egg in a day. if you leave them in a pen. So it sped up the whole process, and it made getting Yoki plorts so much easier. But unfortunately, with the most recent update, it no longer works. You can't use that strat anymore. Yoki slimes will not produce anymore, or will no longer produce eggs unless they are actually in a pen. So, yeah, that sucks. And I discovered that too. I discovered that too. Like I learned about its I learned about like how the Yoki slime works, how the gimmick for it works, and then I saw this I saw this tutorial video on like putting these in there and putting chickens in there, like putting chickens in there in order to speed them creating more chicks, to speed up the process of them making more chicks. And I thought to myself, wait, what if I just put a Yoki slime in there? What would that do? And yeah, that's ultimately what it did. It was really cool. I was so proud of myself for discovering that. But alas, it was not meant to be. C'est la vie.
C'est la vie.
So yeah. So with that said, I'm just gonna go ahead and toss these in here real quick. Okay. All right. So, first off, what are your thoughts on the game now that I've shown you all that stuff?
I kind of want it now.
Mm-hmm.
I need more kind of like relaxing games. Yet I know it's not completely relaxing, but you know, like it's cute. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Honestly, the most frustrating part of the game is the shadow slime and getting 1,000 shadow plorts. That is the most frustrating part of the game. That is the most frustrating part. Actually, no. Strike that. The most frustrating part, by far, is getting these sunsaps. I hate these stupid things. Sunsaps and strange diamonds. They are so annoying. They are so annoying to get. For Sunsap, they only appear in the Powderfall Bluffs. That's the only location they will appear in, and only one will appear per day, and they will appear stuck on trees. More specifically, this area over here. This reddish area over here, they can spawn on the trees here in this area, and only one spawns a day, and they will disappear when night comes. So from 6 a.m. to 1800, from 600 to 1800, that's your hour. That's your window of opportunity to find it. And you need a lot of them. You're going to need like 30 of them. And just trying to get that many is so annoying. But not nearly as annoying as trying to get strange diamonds. Because here's the thing. 3 spawn. 3 strange diamonds will spawn every single day. And they spawn literally everywhere. They can spawn literally anywhere. In any area. There's no set area. Sometimes they'll spawn Sometimes they'll spawn in caves. Sometimes they'll spawn on top of mountains. Sometimes they'll spawn. Sometimes they'll spawn on the ground. Like there is no set spawn location for them. If there was like a
A
set
day
spawn
as an
location,
in-game day or in
in-game
life
day,
day?
in-game day. If it was in real life day, it would be fine because the game days go so much faster than real life days. So I wouldn't even be bothered by it if it was like every in real life day. But no, it's every in-game days, and every in-game day goes by so quickly. If it was just in caves, I wouldn't be mad because there's only a handful of caves. There's one here in the Fall Bluffs. There's a cave right here. There's a cave right here in Ember Valley. Another cave right here. There's no there's a little cave right. There's a little cave right here. And that's it. That's it for caves there. Actually, no. There's another tiny cave right here. And then there's no caves in this. And then there's no caves in this area. And then this area right here is the only cave in the gray labyrinth. So, if they only spawn in caves, I would be fine with that. I would be fine with that because it means there's only a handful of locations where they could spawn. But they can literally spawn anywhere. And only 3 spawn every in-game day, and then at the end of each in-game day, they despawn and spawn somewhere else. And you need like a good 30 strange diamonds in order to make everything that's necessary. And it is just the most frustrating. It is the most frustrating thing. Just getting enough Sunsap and Strange Diamond is the most frustrating. Thing. The second most frustrating thing is the Shadow Ports and having to get 1,000 of them. Because at the very least, with Shadow Ports, you always feel like you're making progress. Because Shadow Ports will spawn in the Gray Labyrinth all the time. Like, you're not always guaranteed to get a ton of Shadow Ports from them, but at the very least, you'll end up getting a good 17 Shadow Ports, or 80 Shadow Ports if you're having a good day. You could get anywhere from like 15 to 80 Shadow Ports in a single day, depending on how cooperative they want to be. But you will always be making progress. With Sunsap and Strange Diamond, no, it almost never feels like you're making progress because it takes so long just to find a single one of them. So it almost never feels like you've made progress with getting them. So yeah, getting those is my least favorite thing. And I really wish there was some kind of a tracker in the game. Like, imagine a tracking system on your backpack. You could use the diagonal pack. Select up, down, left, right. Up, which would up. If you select up, that would be for drill stuff. So basically, Strange Diamond, Slime Fossil, Jellystone, Radiant Ore, Tin Petal, and Black Indigonium. And then the pump, the option for the pump would be Dream Bubble, Aqua Glass, Deep Brine, Silky Sand, Lava Dust, and Primordial Oil. And then the apiary selection would be Buzzwax, Wild Honey, Sunsap, Magma Comb, Royal Jelly, and Moondew Nectar. And then for down, it would be just rare materials like Drift Crystal, Storm Glass, Lightning Mote, and Snowball. It would just be other materials. So that way you could select one, and then whatever is near, it would just start beeping, and it would lead you to a deposit. If you select drill, it would lead you to a drill deposit nearby. The nearest drill deposit, when you get within a certain distance, it would start beeping and lead you there. It wouldn't tell you what you're going to find, but it would say, "Hey, you're near. Hey, you're getting near a drill deposit." That way, there's still a level of like, oh, you have to go investigate it to see what it is. But like at the very least, it would lead you in the right direction, so you wouldn't be spending hours upon hours upon hours trying to find a strange diamond or a sun sap. You would just be able to have a tracker that would be able to lead you in the right direction without giving you the exact coordinates or telling you exactly what you'll find.
Uh-huh.
So, I feel like if it had some kind of a tracker like that, it would basically eliminate most of my complaints with the game. So, I'm going to ask you three more questions. So first off, so pink slime, tabby slime, phosphor slime, rock slime, boom slime, honey slime, puddle slime, fire slime, hunter slime, crystal slime, tangle slime, and dervish slime. Out of all of those slimes, the legacy slimes, the slimes from the first game, out of those slimes, which one would you be most likely to take home as a pet?
Probably the saber one.
I mean, the saber slime technically wasn't in the first game. It was, you only had saber largos, not actual saber
not
slimes.
The saber, the one that looks like a cat.
Which one? There's hunter slime,
Hunter.
and
The
there's tabby slimes.
Hunter one, hunter.
Hunter one is the one that can turn invisible, and if you don't feed it, it gets really aggressive and tries to eat you.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, you want a cat that will try to eat you. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, hey, you want to take that risk? Go right ahead. That's not the one I would choose, but yeah, hey, to each their own. Me, I would love to have a puddle slime, but I have to constantly keep it in a pond, and I don't have a pond. So I would probably go with just the basic tabby slime answer, or just the basic pink slime, because the pink slime just eats anything. It's not picky. Like I could go with just a pink slime. It's not a picky eater. It could just eat anything. So now the next question: cotton slime, angler slime, batty slime, flutter slime, ringtail slime, saber slime, yolky slime, twin slime, slumber slime, and shadow slime. Out of all the new slimes in this game, which one of those would you like to take home and have as a pet? Batty slime? You'd have to feed it a lot of fruit. It is a diet of only fruits.
That's kind of common for like a bat, like a fruit bat. So like, and a fruit bat is just basically a flying puppy. If you've looked at a fruit bat before.
It likes pomegranates. Its favorite food is pomegranates. For me, honestly, I think I might go with a yolky slime. I might go with a yolky slime, because I can just get a little chicken coop I could just pay for a little chicken coop and pay for a couple chickens, keep the Yoki slime in there, and then it will just continuously make giant eggs. And then once I break it open, I'll have a whole bunch of Yoki plorts that I can sell to make a shit ton of money and become super rich.
I'd be too tempted to eat it.
I mean, they're not edible. The Yoki plorts are not edible.
No, I meant the slime itself.
The Yoki slime is not edible either.
I know, but those intrusive thoughts might win.
Okay. So. Okay. So between Hunter slime and Batty slime, which of those two is your favorite?
Batty.
Batty. Okay.
Batty.
For me, between the pink slime and the Yoki slime, I do love the Yoki slime. But at the same time, the pink slime is just iconic. And like whenever I think of Slime Rancher, the pink slime is almost always the first slime that comes to mind. It's just iconic. So between those two, I would pick the pink slime. And I guess so. I'm guessing you would like to have a Largo that is a Hunter Batty Largo. So basically a bat cat that can turn invisible. A bat cat that can fly and turn invisible.
Wouldn't that be interesting? I like that.
Bat cat.
Bat cat.
Bat cat. Bat cat. Bat cat.
Bat cat.
Bat cat.
Bat cat.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, all right, and I guess I'll just go ahead and I wasn't originally going to ask this, but I'm curious. So this is a water lettuce. It's supposed to be a super juicy lettuce. A super juicy blue lettuce. Eat or pass?
Eat.
Standard carrot.
Eat.
Heartbeat. It's a beet in the shape of a heart.
Pass. I don't like beets.
Odd onion. It's basically just a regular onion, basically.
Eat.
Pomegranate. It's shaped differently than regular pomegranates, but it's supposed to taste the same as a regular pomegranate.
Pass. Not a big pomegranate fan.
Q berries. It's basically a strawberry in the shape of a cube.
Eat.
Mint mango. It's a mango with a cool minty finish that leaves your breath minty fresh.
Pass.
Pogo fruit. Tasting a bit like a peach. It says it tastes a bit like a peach.
Pass.
Prickle pear. It's basically a pear that you have to peel before consuming. Otherwise, you're gonna get pricked.
Pass.
Polari cherry. This is the one that tastes like a Sour Patch Kid. It's sweet and sour.
Eat. Yummy. Eat.
Yeah, that sounds delicious. I absolutely would eat. I would stuff my face with like dozens of those all at once. A regular hen. It's just a regular chicken. A roostro. Regular rooster, basically. It's basically just a male chicken. Just a bigger chicken, basically. A sea hen. This one is disguised as tasting like a kind of a mixture of chicken and fish.
Pass.
Stony hen. This one is like it's rough meat. Its meat is really tough.
Pass.
Briar hen. This one, I believe, tastes kind of like smoked meat.
Ooh, eat.
Thunder cluck. I forget what the process is called, but it's where you basically you prepare the food but don't cook it, and you basically let it settle for like a day or two to let a whole bunch of like different ingredients kind of like permeate the meat for a couple days before cooking.
Pass.
I forget what the process is called, but yeah, it's like that. Painted hen. There's no info on how the painted hens taste.
Pass.
Like I have no idea. That's kind of a mystery. That's kind of a mystery flavor. And then candied hen.
I'd try it once.
Yeah, I think I would try it once. I don't think I'd ever eat it again after that, but I would try it once. Elder hen and elder roostro. It's
Pass.
basically they're supposed to taste like leftover chicken that has been left in the that has been left in the fridge for like 2 days, and you reheat it in the microwave.
Pass.
Like it's not terrible. Leftover chicken when you reheat it in the microwave is not terrible, but it doesn't taste nearly as good as when it's fresh. All right. And then I guess, would you eat the chicks? Would you eat the baby? Oh, would you cook and eat the baby chicks?
No.
No. All right. Well, that's it then.
I just have to add this to the list of PS5 games I want to get, after getting an internal hard drive that I can install.
Mm-hmm.
Another one on my list is frickin' Lollipop Chainsaw, since I've always wanted to play that game.
Yeah, I played that. I played that on the original PS3, and it was so much fun. Oh, it was so much fun. And yeah, I absolutely intend to get that, and I'm gonna play it on, and I am absolutely gonna play it on my channel at some point.
Heck,
Anyway, so that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me, Queen Haiku. This was really fun. I'm happy you were able to join me for this. So, anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good jazz. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone. Say bye.
Bye.
All right.